So this is the Silver Springs Glass Bottom Boat Tour, just outside of Ocala, Florida. It's a half-an-hour trip.
Have a nice ride.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It'll be spending its trip on the floor. I've never seen a YouTube video do that yet, and I've seen several on the spring, so I think it's about time.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now you
All right.
that. Let's put a home on it. Nope. Well, good afternoon. How we all doing today? Good. My name's Captain TC. I'll be your guide on the river today. My job today is to take y'all on the best boat ride possible. How's that sound? All right. Well, a couple things before we get started. Then back here by me, here's our first fire extinguisher. Front left's your second fire extinguisher. Above your heads, those orange fashion statements up there, those are life preservers. Now, we haven't needed to use those in over 100 years. I don't want to start today. If for any reason we did need to use them, if we were struck by a rogue torpedo or if an iceberg made its way down the Silver River, just take one down, place it above your head, take that black buckle, wrap it around your waist, clip it in on the other side, and pull it tight. Now, the first person out of the vessel gets to meet our highly trained and certified alligator rescue team. It's a little bit pricey these days, though. I hear they're charging an arm and a leg.
I'll go first.
Mandatory radio on board every vessel. If you become ill or impaired, we can have EMT to the dock in under 15 minutes. Now, with all that being said, you ready to go on an adventure today?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll volunteer. I had to deal with a bull gator telling me I couldn't fish his pond last week. I had to teach him why tool user, top of the food chain, not big dumb brute.
Now, we are traveling on the world famous Silver River today. The Silver River has over 100 springs here. It produces over 850 million gallons of fresh water every day. Water's 72 degrees year round. And whenever it comes out of the ground, it's over 99% pure. That means it is pure enough to drink, and I don't recommend it. Now, millions of people visit us here from all over the world. If you've been with us before, we're so glad to have you back here with us today. So anybody here visitors from a different state today, besides confusion? Ohio's in the house. Missouri's in the house.
New York.
New York's in the house. Glad you can make it.
And hometown.
Hometown, okay. Leesburg's in the house. Those are different planets. We ain't talking about that. Out of those millions of visitors, we've had a few famous ones over the years. Over 250 movies have been filmed right here. Some of the actors and actresses you might remember: Tom Cruise, Sean Connery, Lloyd Bridges, and of course, gold medal Olympic swimmer Johnny Weissmuller from the original Tarzan movies. That's right. The first 6 Tarzan movies were filmed right here at Silver Springs. Did hear Tarzan had a problem at the local bank while he was filming here, though he had to switch branches. Another movie filmed here was a horror movie that became a cult classic back in the 1950s, Creature from the Black Lagoon. You know? Rico Browning got the part as the creature for a few reasons. One of the most interesting, he could hold his breath for over 4 minutes. Oh, wow. Can't even hold my breath long enough to tie both shoes anymore, but somehow, some way, Rico Browning will put on his costume, swim the 38 feet down to the entrance of this cave underneath us here, wait for the director to give him his cues, and then film any scene needed filmed, all while holding his breath.
Wow.
Has anybody here ever seen Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Oh, yes.
A couple of y'all. Well, if you haven't seen Creature from the Black Lagoon, we leave the park today and take a left. Go down about a half a mile on your left, you'll find a magical gray and blue building called Walmart. You can copy up there. Now, Rico Browning did go on to star and produce some many other movies. One of my favorites that he worked on was 2 kids and a pet dolphin here in Florida called Flipper. Yeah, that wasn't filmed here. This one at Tampa and Miami, Florida, as well as the Bahamas and the Keys. Now, who here wants to see an alligator today?
Yeah.
Man, you want to see one? Do you see that one right in front of you, about 10 feet right there? That's Miss Alberta. She's our 8 to 9 foot long resident female alligator. And we used to call her Albert, but last year she surprised everybody with 37 babies.
Holy cow.
So we had to do a little name change. Now, does anybody know how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
Nose.
Their nose, that's a great guess. Actually, an alligator will always see you later. Crocodile you can see after a while. No, it is their nose. The alligators have the round nose. Crocodiles have the straight and pointy nose, and Florida is the only state that has both alligators and crocodiles. Now, if you look up above Alberta in the trees all around Bird Island, you'll see those cormorants and anhingas making their nest for the year up there. Now, those diving birds can swim over 60 feet deep to catch fish. When they do catch a fish, they'll throw it up in the air and swallow it head first almost every time, so the fish scales don't hurt their throat. About that deep. That grass is about 6 to 8 feet tall. For reference, it's about 15 to 20 feet deep, average in the middle right here. Now that grass, it gets ate in the wintertime by the manatees that come here and visit us. They eat over 200 pounds of it every day while they're here. That's how they get the nickname sea cow. They're not related to the cow at all. Their closest relative is actually the elephant in the animal kingdom. And as big as they are, they're pretty fast. They're actually capable of swimming over 20 miles an hour. Doesn't sound too fast, does it? But this boat only does about 4. I can move. Now we're coming into the Spring of Life. This is a large area made up of a bunch of smaller springs. There's a few things in here I'm going to try to show everybody. We're going to be looking down there in a few moments for something that looks like the backbone of a dinosaur. A dinosaur. Does anybody see it down there yet? You don't see it right there? Me neither. Now, is anybody starting to see that down there? Now, that was tested, studied, and certified by the University of Florida. And it is actually, in fact, a rock. If you look on the left side of that rock, you will see a Native American dugout canoe. That long, skinny piece of wood right there, it's about 26 to 28 feet long, and it was left by the Timucuan Indians over 600 years ago. Now, when the University of Florida got done studying it, they wanted to put it in the they want to put it in the Florida Museum of Natural History. The Park and State said, no, you're going to put it back where you found it. And that's exactly what happened. They put it back within an inch of where it was found. And that's pretty awesome. Now we're coming into the Blue Grotto. The Blue Grotto is a first magnitude spring. And it produces a lot of water. Over 100 million gallons of water a day come out of this one spring alone. It gets its nickname from the beautiful blue glow you're about to see down there. That blue glow is just the natural sunlight refracting off the limestone bottom. The water acts as a prism. Whenever it refracts the light back up to us, we see that beautiful blue color. It's about 40 feet deep in the Blue Grotto. Now those little brown fish you might have seen down there, those are known as brim or bluegill. The larger blue ones you might have already seen along the way. They're an invasive species we call tilapia. We call all the fish on the river lucky because there is no fishing on the river, so they'll probably never see the inside of a frying pan, unfortunately. That breaks my heart because somebody don't get those things taste. Does anybody want to guess how many fish swim here on the Silver River Dome?
Different kinds.
No, just how many?
Oh. All of them?
All of them, that's right. Now you're right, you got one of the prettiest birds on the river. That's the wood duck sitting over there on that log behind us. Over there, just a little to our side. Yeah, they're beautiful.
There's a turtle on a log.
Little turtle on a log right there beside us. Now, if you wonder where all this water goes, look to our right, the river goes east about 5 miles until it meets the Ocklawaha River. The Ocklawaha curves and winds into the St. Johns River, and the St. Johns flows north all the way to the Atlantic Ocean in Mayport, right beside Jacksonville, Florida. About 160 miles from where we're sitting. It's also where the manatees have to swim from to get here every winter. Coming up in front of us, we have the Sea Hunt dock up there. That's the last remaining structure from the Sea Hunt TV show, filmed here back in the 50s and 60s, starring Lloyd Bridges. Bits and pieces of all 155 episodes are filmed right here at Silver Springs. I want everybody to think, oh, there's a bunch of those tilapia down there. Seen that?
Oh yeah, that's a tilapia.
Those are tilapia?
Yep.
Because there was another silver thing with a completely different head shape.
Yeah, they're skinnier. Those are shad. Those are, they call them razor belly shad or stink shad. Another movie filmed right here. One of my favorites filmed on the river, Smokey and the Bandit 3. There's a boat chase scene filmed right here on this part of the river. Now, can anybody tell me what that gray stuff is hanging in the trees up in front of us and all around us?
Spanish moss.
Spanish moss, yeah. Does anybody know what they call Spanish moss in Spain? Moss. I don't know how it got its name, but one of the first commercial uses of it was by Henry Ford. He wanted to put a little bit more cushion in his new car seats. So they started shipping it to Detroit and stuffing all the new car seats with it there. Now, it didn't take them long to figure out that was a pretty bad idea. There's a little bug inside of Spanish moss called chiggers or red bugs. Oh yeah, or oh no. So as the customers were driving their brand new Fords home that night, the chiggers were having a grand old time on their butts, quickly becoming one of the very first American automobile recalls.
It's also parasitic to the trees it's on.
That's right.
The tillandsias are worse.
Yeah, if there's too much on it, it'll kill it. Now coming up on your right through the trees, off in the distance, you might see a big white building. That's the Twin Oaks Mansion. That used to be used for concerts like Willie Nelson, Leonard Skinner, The Styx, Foreigner, just to name a few of many. After the state took over in 2013, they quit having the concerts for the most part. Now they just use it for wedding venues and events. But a few months ago, they had their first concert there they had in quite a while. They were really, really good. So hopefully we get some concerts coming back here. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Now there's something really cute over there on that log. I don't know if you can see him or not. He is probably the smallest turtle on the river. He's a little guy sitting on that log beside us. He's a little bitty guy. Does anybody know what you call a turtle that takes up photography? A snapping turtle. See that bird over there on your left spreading its wings? Does anybody know why they spread their wings like that?
To dry them.
Show everybody how big of a fish they just caught. It was this big. Now they don't have the oils in their feathers like the ducks do, so that's how they got to dry their feathers out. Now, has anybody here heard about the monkeys at Silver Springs before?
Yeah.
Has anybody here heard like I did growing up around here that they came from the Tarzan movies? Sorry, but it's just not true. Ruin my day. The Tarzan movies used chimpanzees like the chimpanzees in the movie named Cheetah. How the monkeys really got here was the 1930s. They wanted to increase tourism at the park, so they came up with the Jungle Cruise tour. Now for the Jungle Cruise, they brought all kinds of animals into Silver Springs. They had giraffes, rhinoceroses, they had Kodiak bears, they had a polar bear. But he was always green because he liked rolling around in the grass so much. But then one afternoon they brought in those 12 cute little monkeys and they put them on an island not far behind us. But somebody had forgotten that those Reese McCall monkeys are excellent swimmers. They found that out the next day when they came back to show them off, and they were all gone. Now since the 1930s they've been repopulating ever since. There's now over 1,000 here in Florida. About 300 still call Silver Springs home, and if you see one today while you're walking around the park, I need you to do me a little favor. As cute as they are, they've been known to throw some not so cute things. They are surprisingly accurate, and no, it's not chocolate. So please keep your distance, and I promise you'll thank me later.
I've seen them do it.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
And you're right, the accuracy is surprising. Reach behind, quick grab, underhand throw.
You don't want to know about that stuff. It's horrible. I'm telling you right now. Now, up here in front of you, as far as you can see, you'll see a wooden fence up there. Way up there, probably 100 yards in front of the boat, maybe 200 up against it. That's where the swimming area used to be back in the 60s and 70s. Now, the state, when they took over, they were adamant about bringing swimming back. Now, after a lot of court and a lot of commission meetings, long story short, swimming is coming back to Silver Springs. It'll probably be another 2 years before we get to see it, but they finally came to an agreement, and they have 2 years before, at the most, before it comes back. That'll be pretty cool. Now, most people think this is where it all comes to an end, but this is actually where it all begins. So we're about to see in the next few minutes is something very special and unique here to Silver Springs. We're about to see the head spring that starts the Silver River on its journey to the Atlantic Ocean, and it also happens to be one of the largest artesian springs in the world. Mammoth Spring, as we call it, at peak flow produces over 550 million gallons of water a day. Put that in perspective, that's a lot of water. It's enough water to refill an entire Olympic-sized swimming pool in under 2 minutes. Or half all the water in the river we see comes out of this one spring alone. Now from 15 feet deep to over 50 feet deep, I give you Mammoth Spring.
What? Knock it off.
Oh, you can't see the turtle from there.
Now as we approach Mammoth Cave, that's where all the water comes from. The cave itself is about 12 feet tall in the middle and over 130 feet long. It's more than 4 of these boats put end to end in length. And at the back of Mammoth Cave, it gets over 80 feet deep. Another movie filmed right here, James Bond Thunderball, starring Sean Connery, the greatest James Bond ever. That's right. And it's got to be my favorite spring in the park. It's just awesome. Glass bottom boat rides, it all started back in 1878, making it the oldest tourist attraction here in the state of Florida. When a young man by the name of Hullum Jones, who was about 16 years old at the time, when he decided to take a piece of glass, cut out the middle of his rowboat, stick it in there and start paddling people up and down the river for a nickel. Not long after that, Phil Morrell took his idea and commercialized it. The rest is history and what we see here today. Now, would y'all like to see one more thing?
Yeah.
Look over there to our right, you'll see that beautiful dock over there. It's pretty nice. There's an otter over there playing by the dock right now. You see him over there. No, I'm serious. He's over there playing on the dock right now.
Yeah. Oh, there is one.
Yeah, I haven't got to see the otters all day. He's little. See him up there? He's about to go on his dock right now. That's pretty cool. I'll see him here in just a second. I'll show you. But that ain't what I wanted to show you. Underneath us is what I really wanted to show you. There's 3 statues down there we got to talk about. Now those statues were put down there for the I Spy TV show back in the 60s, starring Robert Culp and Bill Cosby. They were then used again for James Bond Moonraker movie trailers and James Bond Never Say Never Again movie trailers. Now when the TV shows and the movies ended, they started removing them. The locals got pretty upset. So after some negotiations, they brought us back 5. The 3 we see here underneath us, and the 2 in our Discovery Center. They're also cleaned once a month by our certified dive team, along with all the other springs here in the park and the bottom of the glass bottom boats. Now the left side should be starting to seem pretty good right about now. Now did everybody get to see the statues?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, they marked the saddest part of the trip. They marked the very end for us today. So does anybody have any questions for me now? Dang. Well, the monkeys were last seen over there by that sea hunt dock. Yeah. Yeah, they're over there. They're playing around with stuff. But if you want to go see those monkeys, you just follow this concrete pathway down to that sea hunt dock. It's about a 10 or 15 minute walk. And more than likely you are going to see them today. There's a 100-year-old tradition. If you feel so inclined to participate for the last 100 years, that glass you've been looking through the entire time, it has been used as the world's largest tip jar. Likely to be placed in the glass. But coming into the dock, look around, gather up all phones, wallets, keys, purses, small children, husbands and wives. It might be the same thing. And on behalf of Silver Springs Cape Leisure and myself, I'd like to truly thank each and every one of you for coming on this ride with me today. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
I am going to try to come in here quietly because those otters are up here. If you keep your eyes out, you'll probably see them. They're over there on our left right now. So just ease over here. They're just playing around on the dock a little bit. There he is. He's going underneath the other glass bottom boat now. See him going in.
They're so cute.
There's one right there too.
There is? Where?
While our awesome dock hands tie us up here in just a moment. Lastly, that yellow strip in front of you is going to be a very serious tripping hazard, so please watch your step. When that gangway is down, you are going to be free to disembark. Thank you all again so much. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Next to your right, all the way down to the dock, please.
So this has been the Silver Springs Glass Bottom Boat Tour. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a nice day. So how the hell do I get out of here?